Another survivor. Saints be praised. It's always good to find a live one. That storm was fierce. Figured it would drown the lot of you. Me? Oh, I'm Charity. Watcher Douglas. From the Monarch's Bluff settlement. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting today? Well, I know this isn't the best way to make an acquaintance, but it's actually the way most people arrive here. I suppose you're still wondering where here is. You've washed ashore on the Isle of Eternum. It's hard for me to even remember the old world these days, but I know it was very different. On the good side, we generally don't ever age or die here. At least, not in any natural way. On the bad side, there's what happened with the rest of your crew. Well, see, they came back to life, but without their souls. They're wandering around the beach all aimless-like. The kind thing is to at least try and put them down for good. Would you mind? I know you didn't enjoy that, but once their souls are gone, it's the most you can do for them. I wish I could say you eventually get used to it, but you don't. Not really. Oh, dear. Where are your manners, Charity? I'm sorry. After everything you've been through today, you're probably starving, aren't you? I didn't think to bring anything, but I can show you how to make do. Get some flint and wood, then make yourself a skinning knife at the fire. That's a start, at least. Got your skinning knife, eh? It's not exactly pretty, but it'll do the job. I mean, don't feel bad. I've certainly seen worse. All right, now that you've got your little knife, you can rustle up a meal. There's lots of boar about. Hunt one down, skin it, roast the meat on the fire, and that should tide you over. Pick yourself a fat one if you can. This is actually a good hunting spot. Like this? Oh, nothing like a warm meal by the fire. I bet you're glad you took the time. I hope it doesn't seem like life is just a misery here. Some people quite like it. And the weather here in Monarch's Bluffs is nice. Most of the time. I'm afraid so. That was a freak storm that wrecked your ship. All these ships. I mean, it's corruption that causes storms off the coast all the time. That was the worst I've ever seen. It's that nasty red stuff, kind of an evil magic. Being corrupted is even worse than being lost. The corruption forms a ring around Eternum and smashes any ships approaching. Storms are just a fact of life here. Best we can do is keep records of all the ships corruption claims. In fact, if you could scrub these ships for any keepsakes, The settlement will want them. Nice. You found a fair amount of records, I'd say. The Monarch's Bluff settlement keeps all this. As a kind of memorial, I guess. I know you're probably wanting to head up to the settlement yourself soon. I promise, I won't keep you too much longer. It is nice to have company, though. I can't leave until I'm sure that any corruption down here has been dealt with. You can probably tell I don't actually savor this kind of thing. I was wondering, maybe you could help me out? I know the corruption that remains is coming from the sea cave. Turtle spit, we call it. If you could go in there and just deal with it, it would make my day. But do be careful. You destroy it? Whatever it was in Turtle Spit? Oh, saints be praised. That's a relief. Seriously, if we left some source of corruption down here, it would spread all over Monarch's Bluffs in a matter of days. Wherever you came from, they must be pretty tough there. I mean, you're hardly here an hour, and you're already cleansing corruption. That's pretty impressive, I'd say. The thing is, even with the source of corruption gone, this is still a really bad sign. One of us needs to take word back to the Monarch's Bluff settlement. I need to warn them. I prefer we go back together, but it's my duty to stay. You go. Take this message to Constable Seville. We've been worried about corruption surging like this for a long time.
With every new face, I wonder, will those eyes soon glow red with corruption? That storm, then shattered mountain erupting. I think the moment we dreaded has come. Let me see. Yes, Charity reports the corruption nearly got a foothold on the beach. You must be the one she mentions here. Very well. You're welcome to Monarch's Bluffs. The irony in this corruption business is that an old madman warned us about it years ago. Oh, he was right. It will get worse before it gets better. If it gets better at all, that is. Oh, he wandered off, disappointed and angry. Well on his way to becoming lost, I suspect. I heard rumors of a creepy old man fishing by the Western River. Could be the same one. Who knows? Most likely. The time has come for us to batten down the hatches and seal the settlement off. Take Charity's report to Magistrate Bixford. He and I have discussed this possibility. He knows what must be done.
Let me guess. You've brought back the Watch's report, have you not? I knew it as soon as you passed by, you see. I don't need to read it. The storm, the eruption of Shattered Mountain, none of it's a surprise to me. You I had not anticipated, however. This is an ominous day to arrive on a turner. Your timing is either impeccable, or it's miserably unfortunate. Monarch's Bluffs attract those marked for strange fates. Or so it seems. Of course not. And I must not forget my role as a gracious host. You should check in at the inn and make yourself at home here. Return later, and we shall talk more.
Welcome to the Regent's Rise. Sleep here and wake up feeling like a king. You here to check in? Be my guest. Ooh, literally.
There now. Even in a strange land, one must get situated. I read Charity's report. You're quite a hero, by her account. Whether you realize it or not, I think you have come to help us here in Monarch's Bluffs, right at the hour of our greatest need. Indeed. I will put all the town's resources at your disposal. You can acquire supplies, or sell them at the trading post, and I have allotted you a storage space. Go and see them for yourself. I believe I've helped you become acquainted with the settlement. We are very happy to have you here. Whether you realize it or not, I think you have come to help us here in Monarch's Bluffs, right at the hour of our greatest need.
Ah, how nice it is to see you again. I was thinking about whom to appoint as the architect of Settlement's defense, and your name came to mind. There's a great deal of work to do in Monarch's Bluffs. You are capable, but are you willing to put settlement ahead of self? The first order of business is to gather raw materials and refine them at one of the workshops about town. If your hands are not calloused yet, they soon will be. Well done. Your willingness and practicality are refreshing. Even I myself struggle at times with a sense of resignation. This is just the beginning. From now on, you can visit me or the town board and take any tasks you desire. Your help will always be needed. I know you will. In fact, there is someone else you should speak with. Esteban. You would know her as Artificer Gomes. Though her confidence can be abrasive, it does not exceed her skill. She is a master smith. And she is expecting you. You'll find Artificer Gomes near the forge. It is truly her element.
Here's the one I've heard so much about. The fabled warrior Eloise has deputized to help in the settlement's defense. Exactly. My reputation commands a great deal of respect across all the territories. I suggested Eloise send me to broker an alliance with the other settlements, but she refused. She believes it's every settlement for itself, and she will not be persuaded otherwise. That being the case, we will need extra blades. Show me your skill. Open this bag of wool, smelt it, and forge an iron sword. I will judge its merits. Let us see your work. Ah, yes. The blade is sleek, with just the right edge. It could use more polish, but I see potential here. I am glad to have you in Monarch's Bluffs. I strongly believe an alliance between settlements is essential to battle the corruption. Short of that, I will do what I can at the Forge. Indeed. You are sharp, aren't you? I fear we're also at risk of losing the loyalty of some right here in Monarch's Bluffs. I wonder if you might help me ensure this does not happen. There is one here whose skill matches my own in her discipline, Survivalist Thornton. She is very much a lone wolf, and she may be tempted to leave the pack right now. Please speak to her and convince her to stay.
Sorry, not so much in the mood for conversation right now. Bags to pack, places to be. You understand. So what if I am? No business of yours, is it? Wait a minute. Gomes sent you, didn't she? Not much escapes her eye. Look, I'll level with you. If all hell breaks loose and the forces of corruption march across Eternum, I'd rather be out there than in here. I'm not going anywhere just yet, but it's nice to know I can. What about you, friend? You got what it takes to survive out there on your... Sure you can. Hey, you know what? Since you and Gomes want to meddle, how about you step up and do a little hunting? Head out into the wilds and make camp and visit the local wolf dens. I'll wait for you right here. Been out to those wolf dens, have you? You're tougher than you look. All right, you made your point. Not like I really wanted to leave the settlement anyways. I've been calling this place home for more than a decade, you know? Even when you're roaming about, it's nice to think you have somewhere to go back to. I will, but I can't say Magistrate Bixford does much to inspire confidence around here. He's a strange bird, isn't he? And with this corruption bearing down on us, we need him to be sharp. Don't we all, though? I don't know. Bixford's decent enough, just weird. You're so eager to help, and you should go check in. Make sure he's keeping focused, if you catch my drift.
Ah, just the one I was looking for. I see you flitting about town, getting to know everyone. It's exactly what I was hoping for. I've been thinking about how best to defend Monarch's bluffs against corruption. I think we can ill afford to pretend the situation is not dire. So, how best to do that? Well, you've seen the Marauders, the Syndicate, and the Covenant, right? Whether we want to admit it or not, they're the ones best suited to defend Monarch's bluffs. Indeed. And we should welcome their presence here. You should speak with representatives from each faction and then choose to which you will pledge your allegiance. Choose well, and good luck.
You wish to learn the secrets that only the Syndicate have uncovered, don't you? The Syndicate? Why, we are the learned ones. We use the razor of logic and the guide of reason to understand our world. We possess forbidden knowledge, and we wield the power of this knowledge just as logic dictates.
Do you seek the glory and riches of battle? If you possess a fortitude, you may become one of us. We are the solution to a world in chaos. Through strength, discipline, and perseverance, we will enforce our will and bring this land to order.
The Covenant shares its light with all, so as to lead all men from darkness. Will you carry the light with us? In all people there is a spark, an initiative, if you will. In some people, it burns so brightly that others feel it. We in the Covenant are the purveyors of the spark. We foster its growth in all people. We protect the light.
Speak with the factions. They're the ones best suited to defend the settlement. No, I think so. As rowdy and demanding as they can sometimes be, they are effective. If you want to make a difference here or anywhere in Eternum, it's really the most efficient way to do so.